Welcome back to our bonus episode of Left on Red, a GoLoud original podcast with me, Julie Haynes.
And me, Brenda Dennehy.
So we have Sean Haynes in the studio.
Howdy.
Howdy. He's going to read out our first dilemma that we got in.
Hey girls, and Sean. I love listening to the show when
No,
I was
you do. Sorry. Go on.
No, I don't.
You feckin' do, go on.
I love listening to the show and I was wondering, would you trash this one out? My girlfriend and I are a year together and I was thinking of getting her an eternity ring for Christmas, but I was wondering, is it too soon? Also, her birthday is right before Christmas, so I've to go big on a small budget. Love to hear your advice.
A year together, well, what do you think? Sean, what do you
Can
think?
I ask what's the difference between an eternity ring and an engagement ring?
Oh, yeah, I don't. Yeah, what is it? Like, it's a eternity ring. You get kind of. You don't often hear people like giving somebody an eternity ring if they had a baby.
Yeah. And if they're like, I think even if they were married and stuff like that, you get an eternity ring.
Eternity ring after.
Yeah. And then a promise
Where
ring.
do you want all these rings?
I know.
Engagement ring, wedding ring, eternity ring, promise ring.
A promise ring. Then it's kind of like, look, I'm mad about you. I'm not ready to get engaged, but
It's coming, basically.
Yeah, it's coming. Look, this is a promise ring there now. But some people like that, you know, it's kind of like, I'm going out with your man. And then, all right, but he gave me a promise ring. It's like, all right, he's serious. So,
but I don't think at this big age I'd like a promise ring. I think maybe if I was a bit younger, I'd be weak for myself. All my friends are fucking married now. And then I come along, let's go out and celebrate my promise ring.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe you would when you're in your 20s.
Well, you see, I would, for me now with the promise ring, I'd be like, oh my God, no way. I'd be like,
That's an ick.
That would give me, did I said that?
No, I think it's a promise ring is an ick.
Well, I don't know, is it a nick? I'm saying, is it a nick for you that you wouldn't, you'd be the one giving it to the girl?
It'd be embarrassing.
Yeah, I think it's a more of a young person thing to do, personally.
Yeah, I think for me it would probably scare me off, but you know the way I am.
Yeah.
But I'm all about Paolo now as well.
Yeah.
If Paolo came along with a promise ring to me now after 6 months, right, I don't think I'd still like it. I'd be a bit like, what's going on here? I probably want the big thing. I want the real deal with the engagement ring. Feck off with your promise ring. I probably would feel, am I not good enough for an engagement ring?
Yeah, actually, I think, but but then you see, they're only together a year.
Yeah.
And is it too soon? Like,
I would say from reading the email, he's probably quite young as well.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about younger, so that must be the done thing now. Sean, you're the youngest here. You're born in the 90s. I'm born in the 50s, so I don't know. Go on.
I don't think, no, I'm still old, like in my 30s, I couldn't give someone a promise ring.
Yeah, I think it just, I don't know, it depends. These young ones, they do like to be settled down, you know? It's like in Love Island. Do you watch Love Island, Sean?
No, it's hideous.
Probably watch it, like you say, you don't listen to us, but anyway.
Yeah.
You know, they were like, what did they say again? You didn't watch it now the last time, but they're like, yeah, we're official.
yeah.
And stuff like that, you know what I mean? But there's all these different terms and stuff like that. I think, I don't know, I know what you say. See, the thing here as well, he's on about it's her birthday right before Christmas and he's going in on the Christmas and the birthday together. You see, some people then they get out if you give them the one present for the birthday and Christmas.
No, yeah,
You can't do that. It needs to be two separate things.
Do you think it does?
Two separate occasions.
I think so too.
Two separate gifts.
Yeah, my friend was born on Christmas Eve and I was, it was a pity on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if you're born Christmas Day.
I know.
Oh.
So I think with that as well, to the emailer, I would say don't, like, I'd be buying her an all birthday present as well as the promise ring. I wouldn't put him off the promise ring. What would you do?
It depends on his age as well. I suppose if they're younger in their teens, early 20s, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But a promise ring could be anything. Like, he could just bring her into Pandora there and get her a ring. You know, she doesn't have to bring her into a big, huge, get her a big, huge, expensive
But is
ring.
there types of promise rings?
I don't think so. I don't think, like, there is an engagement ring, there's an eternity ring, but a promise ring is any ring, isn't
Yeah,
it? It could
or
be a ring
Dylan
from a
Oaks.
fucking barnbrack.
Yeah.
It could be any ring. So you could just say, look, this is my ring to you. I promise I want to be with you forever, and one day when the time is right, I'll get down on one day.
And then as well, as I said, the engagement thing, is it like, oh, I'm not good enough for engagement? She could think then that it's an engagement ring.
I know.
You know? So I would say, depends on the age, under 30.
Yeah, I'd get away with it.
How'd you pop the question then with a promise ring? Do you
Do you get down on one knee for a
two
promise ring?
knees, stand up?
Well, you just...
Is it a surprise?
I'd say it's just kind of all, here you go.
Here you go.
I'm not going to do the dog on you.
Yeah.
All right, but you know what I mean?
But you shouldn't do, a promise ring shouldn't mean you're not going to do the dog.
I know, but listen,
Yeah.
personally speaking, I see a lot of people and they get engaged and then they're married and they think there's no one going to stray forever. And
Yeah.
like, that's not
Further
very
from the
true.
truth, yeah.
That's not very true. To be honest with you, I think sometimes people, once the ring is on the finger, they want to even stray more.
Yeah.
Controversial, but...
It's probably true.
You know, anyway. So yeah, that's what we think. And please, if you do buy the promise ring, make sure you get a birthday present as well, right? Just don't be stingy, just do. And keep in touch and let us know how you get on. And if you have any opinions on this, please get in touch. Our email is lor@goloudnow.com. Our next dilemma. Hey ladies, huge fan. Sean, they mean you too, of course.
Of course.
So I guess my problem is a personal one. I've had 2 long-term relationships which both ended nasty, leaving me with massive trust issues on account of cheating and emotional abuse. I'm currently seeing a fella from Cork and he is amazing, dare I say perfect. Only problem is I'm always looking for faults with him. I'm having a huge struggle trusting him. My last fella was cheating on me with men and I'm really struggling with trust issues. Any advice on how to move forward?
Is that me? I think I actually read this.
Wrote.
Yeah.
You didn't write it, you wrote it.
Oh, sorry about that. I actually feel the exact same.
That this is too good to be true.
Yeah, and plus, like, it's the trust issues as well. Like, the last fella I was seeing now is like, oh my God, I don't want to like him. So, like, I was, like, zoning in on everything. Don't like the way he ties his shoes. I was trying to turn myself off him, if that makes sense. So if anything did happen, I was like, I didn't like the way he tied his shoes anyway. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
He wore that Tuesday. We went for a walk or for a coffee or whatever. Do you know that? Like, I was constantly trying to put myself off him.
And actually, with that person, I don't think there was actually anything wrong.
Yeah, nothing.
It's just what happened.
Well, it was what happened.
Sad part.
Yeah, that was the sad part. But even before all that happened, I was like, I don't want to get hurt here, so I can't tell myself this is all perfect. I have to start throwing in a couple of icks now and a couple of things that he's doing. So when it does all come to blows, I'd be like, I wasn't into him anyway.
Yeah.
I was telling myself I'm not.
And I think as well, even when we were kind of asking you about him, you might have been like trying to say, I don't really like him, whatever. And like you were doing it in a way like, no, this.
But deep down, then I was head over heels. But then I couldn't admit that I was because I was so scared.
Yeah,
so scared. So I 100%.
Which do you think with the next fella you meet should be the same?
Yeah.
Is that a pattern since the twins, Dad?
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
So scared.
Because you know what? It's funny because I don't know about you, Sean, on this. You know when you hear people and they meet someone new and they're like, I'm too scared to get hurt again. I'm like, is that just a cop-out? But do you actually mean that?
I honestly, now that you say it, I think the last probably 2 years now with obviously the twins' dad walking out on us, my own dad passing away, my granddad, my uncles, whatever, I think my heart is so broken. And I'm like, if I leave another guy into my life and if we break up or whatever the case, and we could break up. I was like, that part of my heart cannot be broke. I cannot go through another heartbreak because I've done so many of them now in the last 2 years. I cannot do another one. I think it will kill me. And I say that now, I really do think it will fucking shatter me altogether.
Yeah, looking at it, like when you mentioned your dad and your granddad and your uncle as well, like I suppose I wouldn't have seen it that way. I would have thought, oh sure, like is the seeing someone kind of different, but to think of it the way you're saying it there, then I would totally
understand. A heartbreak could be anything.
Yes.
A heartbreak could be a dog dying. You're could be broken hearted. And like I went through the last 2 years just having been rough, right?
Terrible.
Twins' dad walking out, my own dad passing away, my granddad, my uncle, like a lot of shit happened. My mom getting sick, like the breast cancer and all that. Like that broke my heart. And it's been constant. So if I leave a fella into my life now and we really get on, I fall in love with him, and next time all of a sudden he's gone.
Yeah.
Like that's another heartbreak. And I really mean this when I say it. I cannot do that again. I cannot, it will kill me, I think.
And you were slow enough giving the last fella like a chance, an opportunity. You didn't you were a bit talking to him. Do you think if you're going meeting someone again that you'll have to be sure?
Yeah, but I put up walls like.
Yeah.
And it's very hard then to leave anybody in, because I'm not leaving you into my space because I'm scared of my life. I am so scared. And reading that email, and when I seen it coming in there during the week, I was like, oh my God, I have this problem.
Do you know what? It's funny because what I'm thinking now, do you know the way I've been cheated on and all sorts? This is terrible. I shouldn't even be saying, even thinking this. I would just assume the fella's cheating on me. So that's probably my issue then, whereas I wouldn't be too worried if they were going to hurt me. I'd be like, yeah, he's probably sleeping around. He's probably... Yeah. I'm just like, I would be like, if they did ghost me, if the new fella now, Paolo will ghost me, right, or whatever, would it be unexpected? I'd probably, fuck, it was done before. So that would be my little thing then, I suppose, you know?
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So what about you, Sean, if you're, like, I don't want to divulge too much into your love life, but is there something with you if you're getting into a relationship, you're too nervous or something like that, or is there anything?
I honestly think everyone puts up walls, right?
Yeah.
It is definitely something, and like for Julie, she's not just protecting herself, she's 2 kids to protect
Yes,
as well.
that's very different then.
So there's kind of 3 hearts you're protecting in a way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean.
I know. No, for me, I definitely put up walls. I'm kind of concerned about, like, we're very, very close family, right?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people may not be as close to their families, and I think it's strange that you're so close, and I would go down and look after the twins for a day or two, and my mom can do it, and we're just that close, right?
Yeah.
And we're always together, and we could go on holidays together and stuff. So when some people can judge that as well.
Yeah.
But I'd make sure if I did have a partner, their kind of family.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah. That they're family orientated as well.
yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. But there's certain qualities you look out now as you get older, and there's like children now involved and stuff. Like before, I wouldn't care whether or not he talked to his mom or dad. But now I'm like, why don't you talk to your mom? What's going on here now?
I
like,
would too.
Yeah.
You know, you'd start questioning now.
Yeah.
Now I can see me questioning, like, why don't you talk to her?
Yeah,
like, you know?
I think I said that to you when I was ringing the mother every day, and that one fella was like, what are you ringing your mother for?
Yeah.
I was like, she's my mother.
Yeah.
To ring your mother every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you not ring your mother every day?
Yeah.
Hoping they're still alive.
Yeah.
But I find that, I'm like, what? But I know I'm going off trajectory here, but
Yeah.
we're after sharing all our kind of things, I suppose, getting to the person is too perfect. But what advice, Julie, would you give this girl?
Like, see, I feel like I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I think if she still feels like that, counselling or therapy or something to find out the root. She probably knows what the root cause is, but she also needs to kind of dissect it and figure it out, and how she can go on. And like this guy that she's dating at the moment, she clearly likes him and wants to fix it, you know?
Yeah. And she could ruin it now by all the walls she's putting up and that.
He can,
bring him in.
And self-sabotage. I think as well, though, with the ex-boyfriend sleeping with other men, like that's sleeping with other women, but sleeping with other men is like... not that I'd get over a man sleeping with another woman, but another man, I don't know, I think that would just hit a bit different.
Yeah, exactly.
For me or something. So, yeah, a lot of people, self-sabotage is way more common than you actually think.
Yeah.
You know, so Sean, I like what you're saying, maybe go to a counsellor or something like that, and
it could be one
therapy or something. One session, and something might
click.
Do you know, click? But
actually, just talking about, you went to a healing fella, didn't you, Sean? And you thought he was brilliant.
Yeah, I went to a healer. I went in and he said, look, you may not believe in any of this. And I was kind of just
on the fence about it, right?
I was on the fence, and I was like, what is this fella? And he was like, lay down in the bed and put on the music and started drumming.
Yeah.
And I just bite my gum because I was laying there. I was like, okay, this guy's just drumming in the room.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, whatever happened, I don't know.
A release.
I could feel the energy, the negative energy being released from my body, and unbelievable. It's
Sean, totally get it. I'm into healer as well.
So counselling isn't all about talking about you could do this as well. So definitely look into that.
Yeah.
And leave us know how you get on, please, because I actually have the same fucking dilemma, girl. So on that note, we're going to say good luck, and we'll chat to you again on Monday for our main episode.
If you have any other dilemmas you want us to trash out, our email is lor@goloudnow.com.
Thanks, everyone.
Go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.